Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
And it's time for a fact, the conclusion of it, to give you the answer that makes you go. Now, this has fallen to the lowest levels since 1974 in high schools.
Can I tell you what the number one guess is?
Yeah, first.
On the text line?
And first, your guess was homework.
Yeah.
And Case's guess was giving out detention slips because thinks people don't get punished anymore, even though there's still a lot of tomfoolery going on in these schools.
That's right. The tomfoolery has not stopped, but the consequences have.
And so what was
And that's why it's an epidemic.
It is an epidemic. It needs to be solved.
The
More
number
detention.
one guess on the text line is pregnancy.
Pregnancies?
Yes.
So saying that pregnancies have fallen to a 50-year low in high schools. Was there a pregnant girl in your school? Like your class or something?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there was a couple in mine.
To be honest, I didn't go a lot. Though in high school, I may have missed it.
You didn't go enough to know if there was a pregnant girl in high school?
I got in trouble every year. Like, I would have the school call and be like, you should have an illegal amount of absences. Like, you only miss so many days. I always
What were you
out.
doing?
Leaving.
Clearly.
No, I wouldn't park in the school lot because if you parked in the school lot, it was hard to get out. They had like a parking attendant.
Yeah, we had
You
that.
slip. I parked at the grocery store across the highway, and then I would just walk out of a door and leave. I would go to my teachers and I would collect homework. I just go home and do it. I hated school.
Wow.
So I'd be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I have like this thing to do today. What's my homework going to be? And then I would just collect it.
So number one answer was pregnancy. Casey, you have a pregnant girl in your school?
Not in my grade, but a grade below me. Her name was Cheyenne, so she had no chance, really.
Why is that?
Just Cheyenne, teen pregnancy, it all adds up. It's a whole thing.
You're saying her name?
Cheyenne's cute.
Well, obviously, somebody thought it was cute.
Okay.
When we found out Cheyenne was pregnant, nobody was like, really? Her? And it's like, yeah, no, that tracks.
Yeah. They always kind of, and this is maybe not
A nice thing to say?
no, an older phenomenon as opposed to a newer one. They kind of disappear. The pregnant. Because I think
they have the baby, Brian. Is that
no,
what you mean? Okay.
I'm talking about once they're pregnant, teachers didn't like a pregnant girl in class because they would think, other people would think, hey, maybe I should get pregnant. And so they would go, it was kind of the first homeschooling situation, or they would go to start learning. I remember in our area, there was
They're usually
a community
schools,
center that would teach people
A
how
lot
to.
of schools have an area where I don't want to say they put the pregnant students. It sounds wrong.
But it's what they did.
But kind of. But I think it was more because of like bullying and stuff like that. I think it was more, and then helping them with what they were going through was more counselor based. They didn't want them getting bullied. So it wasn't like a go corral them somewhere. It was a helping hand when I said put them somewhere. I don't know the right words for it.
Yeah, there was like a community center. They would teach them how to take care of the baby when it came. I remember that's what happened in our
I think
area.
a lot of times counselors teach those classes because, good Lord, I need some counseling and I'm 29 and had a baby.
So Julio just checked into the text line, and I'm going to read this text verbatim. I'm going to read it how he typed it.
And by the way, we're going to give you the answer on what is at the lowest level in high schools in 50 years in a second. I'm not saying this is it or not, but we'll get there. Case, go ahead.
I'm dying to know, but Julio said, quote, bruh, my high school in Cicero, Morden East, had a whole-ass class where a student would watch a fellow kid's classmate's kid. So the students should be the babysitters.
That's awesome. We didn't have that here. Case, I need you to watch my kids.
I would not do that.
See, that's a community right there.
That's a village right
That's
there.
awesome.
That's how you take care of a
That's
kid.
America.
Also, 219 checked in with a very simple text. My sister was the pregnant girl at school.
Ooh, interesting. Family drama.
You did more about that, your sister, 219er.
And don't be judgy.
I'm not.
Because
it happens. It just happens. What are you going to
especially
do?
guys being judgy, because like you can't get pregnant, so you get to go do it and then walk around with your normal belly and just be like, well, I did the same thing, but visually you can't see it. So that makes me better.
A wise man once said 1,000,000 years ago, takes two to tango.
Period.
Think about that the rest of the day.
Yeah, chew on that.
Okay, so it's not pregnancies. It's not pregnancies, but it's kind of in that world of pregnancy. So the lowest level in 50 years at high schools. Now, this is judged in Japan, but we know that
Well,
whatever
that's totally different. They're way smarter.
You'd think so, but in this situation, the number of high school boys in Japan who have had their first kiss falls to a record low. Now, we're talking about high school guys who haven't kissed a girl yet, and it's a record low, 50 years of doing this study. By the way.
How are they studying this with high schoolers?
Thank you. To go on and
That's kind of
ask.
sketchy. Ask questions.
Yeah. So you kissed somebody yet?
Yeah, that's weird.
You kissed somebody? Prove it to me. Go kiss that girl.
Can I watch for my study? That's weird.
It was a poll, so I guess the kids were being honest, an anonymous poll. And the number of kids that have had their first kiss in high school is at a record low, 50 years. I didn't know they've been doing this since 1974, taking these polls, but that's what it is. And I guess that relates a little bit to pregnancy or whatever, but there is studies that younger people are having less sex. So I don't know if that relates to, you got to kiss first to have sex, usually.
Not all guys. It's called foreplay, and they don't always pick it up.
Oh, that's not good. You should have some romance to it a little bit at least.
Like a bunch of bunnies.
If you're,
It's
16,
like, whoa.
you're 16 and pregnant, at least kiss the girl first, huh?
Amen, brother.
Come on, man.
That's what she's upset about. Why didn't I get kissed?
Have some class. But I think all three of us probably can say we had our first kiss by high school.
Yeah. When was your first kiss? Do you remember the grade?
Second grade.
Really?
Yeah.
You're such a whore.
I probably was. So ironically,
floozy?
the girl's name was Megan, which is my wife's name.
Was it her?
It wasn't my wife. So it was a girl named Megan, and we hung out a lot. She was kind of a tomboy. We played basketball together.
How are you hanging out a lot? You're in second grade. You need to go home?
Are you kidding me?
What is a
Recess.
roller rink smoking cigarette? What are you talking about?
You didn't hang out with anybody in second grade?
I mean, I had to go home after school. I wasn't like, oh, I'll call you later. Like,
We didn't go out at 8 to bars.
okay.
But we went to recess, and she kissed me, and then I kissed her, and then she punched me in the face, and then I punched her in the face.
You probably should have left some of the details out, huh?
That's what happened.
Why'd she punch you? Did you bite her or something?
No,
Bite her lip when you kissed her?
She kissed me, and I was,
Was it like a French kiss in second grade?
no, it was a peck on the mouth.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
pat.
weren't like tonguing down.
No.
Second.
Come on, I didn't know how to do that till I was
like a little-
21.
Yeah.
God.
Case, what grade was your first kiss?
I was a month away from graduating high school.
Oh boy, take us back. That was a couple years ago. Wow.
A month away from graduating high school. Was it like a pity thing where you told her you've never been kissed? She goes, well, you can't graduate without ever being kissed. And she was helping you out?
Kenzie, that's literally exactly what it was.
No, because I could see me doing that for someone like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's hard to explain. Once you pass 16, if you haven't kissed somebody, once you kiss somebody, it's not a big deal. But if you are 16 plus and you haven't kissed somebody, it's the biggest deal in the world.
This is the exact premise of 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's basically it, where he's like, it's not bad to have not had sex, but you hit 40 and you haven't, and people start asking questions. I don't know how to address it. That's like, but it's you with kissing.
You'd think you could find somebody to kiss at a certain point. And so, Case, did you ask this girl to kiss you to try it?
Yeah, I had a female friend. Most of my friends are either women or old men at this point in my life, and it was no different in high school.
Yeah.
And I had a female friend who I had been working away at this for a few months, and she finally gave me the pity kiss that I was looking for. And it was rad.
Was it tongue?
I didn't understand tongue until about 6 months ago.
Not good, guys.
Okay, you're last up, Kenzie. When was your first kiss?
It was my last kiss or first kiss? You said last kiss?
First kiss. First kiss.
Who was your last kiss?
My husband.
Was this
Spoiler alert.
This morning?
Yeah, I do kiss him goodbye, I suppose. The last fun kiss was 2 days ago. You know what I'm talking about.
That's the tongue.
Okay.
Yeah.
My man.
Your first kiss.
My first kiss was 7th grade.
Ah.
So, not like a floozy like you. I waited. I saved myself.
She kissed me first, this girl. She did that.
You're tagged.
That's right. I just kissed back. And then she punched me in the face, then I punched her in the face.
It kind of sounds like maybe she wasn't trying to kiss you, and then you shoved your mouth on her.
I didn't go, I didn't know how to do that then.
She was like, I was trying to tie my shoe. I was leaning forward. Get off me.
I just have a vivid memory of both of us. It's one of my first memories of me at the principal with her, and both of us have bloody noses because of the punches.
Wow, you really socked her, didn't you?
She socked me too. I'm the victim here too.
Archie Bunker over
Stop
here.
putting me in the cage here.
I'm putting you. You know what? The worst part of this is you didn't have to admit that. We weren't there. You could have just said she punched me in the face. You added the detail that you knocked her in the nose.
Because this is the only honest radio show in Chicago where we lay it all out there.
Where we admit those kinds of things.
Yes.
I wish you would admit it less often. It makes it hard for me.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we were just 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock, the beginning of Ticket Blitz Thursday today, so it'll go every hour with us at 9 o'clock, and then Lauren and Brian Phillips all the way through. Bush tickets for night 4 of Q101's Twisted Christmas, and a grand prize of meeting Bush and an autographed guitar. This is monstrous. So 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., just about 10 minutes away, we'll have that for you. So I got a little trouble yesterday without even knowing about it. And this is where I'm really reaching out to the listeners to know if this has happened to you or you do what I do and what me and Megan do, my wife. So after the show, she texts me and says, I have an order at Target to pick up. Can you get that on the way home? Yep. Yes, dear. Got it. Picked it up, went home, ate lunch, passed out for a few hours, and did other things after that. She went a longer day at work. She came home, walked in, and she said, so, what were you doing on Clybourne today? And I go, what do you mean? She goes, well, I checked you in the phone and saw that you were on Clybourne Avenue. And what were you doing over there? And I go, I wasn't over there. And she goes, yes, you were. Find My Phone said you were over there. We link up on Find My Phone, so I know where she is. She knows where I am in case one of us.
What the hell were you doing over there? Why'd you lie about it?
See, this is it. This is the problem right here. What Kenzie's saying. I said, I didn't go over there. And she goes, huh. Give me that, huh.
Yeah.
And I go, I went to Target. I came here, ate lunch, passed out, picked up Harper. What do you want from me?
It sounds like she wants the truth, right?
And to be clear, the Target is not on Clybourne, right?
No, the one I picked up was a Broadway Target.
I know that Target well. My favorite Pizza Hut's there.
Oh, that's it. That's the best Pizza Hut in the city.
Best pizza in the city.
Yeah.
Forget the hut.
So then I finally just said, I don't know, Find My Phone must have been messed up, which is what a lot of people say when you're trying to get out of something.
Oh, yeah, you know, those damn satellites.
You know, the sunspots.
They're so wonky.
And to be
Sunspots.
to be clear, I don't live near Clybourne. It's a pretty good jaunt from where our place is.
A jaunt.
A jaunt. Pretty good jaunt.
Pretty good jaunt.
Yeah. So we kept going back and forth, and finally she goes like, okay, and walked away. Now, I feel like our trust in marriage was 100%. We trust each other inexplicitly. I think we're at 99.3 now. I don't think it'll ever go back because I think she thinks I went somewhere on Clybourne and I didn't. And maybe I should have just said, oh, yeah, I did go over there to Pequod's.
You said you were there.
I should have lied and said I went to Pequod's because it's over there on Clybourne.
No, you shouldn't have lied. The moral of the story isn't that you should have lied. You're telling me
Yes.
you 100% were on Clybourne and your phone was wrong. That's what you're for real saying.
1,000% on your life. And I value your life a lot.
That sucks. Put it on Harper's. I don't trust you at all. You don't care if I die right now.
Because I'm at 99.3% trust
you put
rating.
That on Harper's. How dare you put it on my life? That was so crappy.
Okay, on Harper's life, which is very hard for me to say out loud. But it's the truth. I did not go over on Clybourne.
Are you sure you just weren't driving down that street somehow?
No.
Because I drove to the wrong street the other day. I had to whip around, a little Yui.
I did not, because it's not near where we are, and I mean, I could get there, a couple miles away, whatever, but I had no reason to go there. And I just think that I can't save myself anyway. She thinks I did something yesterday, and I didn't. And I can keep protesting. Like I said, maybe I should have said, oh, yeah, I went to Pequod's and picked up a little family style or a little personal pan pizza and took it home. I should have said that. It would have ended it, and I would have 100% trust right now, even though I would have to lie to get that 100% trust.
The best thing that could happen is did she by chance know the mileage on the car before you left the house that day?
Good Lord.
Because if it adds up to Target and picking up Harper and coming home, you're safe seas.
Okay.
That's a way to clear your name.
Do you know the mileage on your husband's car before you leave every day?
I don't. I'm just asking.
That sounds wild to me.
I'm just saying that would help the scenario. I'm trying to help you.
Well, so me and Megan follow each other, Find My Phone, so we know where each other are all the time. Do you do that with
working out really good for you?
Well, it did previous to this yesterday.
Yeah.
So do you guys do that?
No, we did not have a Find My. No.
What if there's a kidnapping?
Yeah, I mean, finders keepers. Everybody knows that rule.
For who? You or him?
Probably both. What are you going to do?
Really, I'm surprised because I was under the impression that everybody does this who's in a relationship or family. I don't do it with my brothers, which I probably should, but...
They're huge. None of you are kidnappable. None of you.
Anybody's kidnappable.
You're massive. That's not an easy target. Why would anybody try to kidnap you?
You think someone would stop and try to help me if somebody was trying to, like, grabbing my leg and trying to get me in a car?
You'll be
but
fine.
I'm so big they couldn't do anything
There's
about
no
it.
way. The amount of people it would take to kidnap you is unbelievable. No way.
Okay, first off, I want to know, since you said you guys don't follow each other, if anybody's had this happen where the Find My Phone thing puts you, let's say, a mile away from where you were, actually, and never went there. Because this thing is always pretty accurate. I look where Megan goes out when her friends for dinner, and I see where they go, and I go, oh, you guys are going to get a nightcap.
Were you on like Lower Wacker by chance? Because then everything gets funky.
I was in a very good area for cell service. I was very
That's not good for your story.
No, it isn't. No, I have no excuse here. I don't know what to do because I think trust is down just a tad, and I'll never get it back because I think she just thinks I went over somewhere I didn't go.
You sound sketchy. She's probably going to expect a gift from somewhere on Clybourne that tracks later.
No, because isn't that guilt then? That admitting that I did?
Because then it would be like, I wanted to surprise you.
Oh, I could. That's lying,
what I'm
though.
saying.
You just said don't lie.
You shouldn't. I am saying she's going to be thinking that she's getting a Clybourne gift around the holidays to track what has happened.
It'd be amazing to have some Pequods for the holidays.
Okay.
That's a pretty good gift.
The only thing that we have that's a little similar is my husband did AirTag me. There's an AirTag in my backpack.
Really?
When I started working here, because one day I called him and I'm like lost because like my GPS isn't working because like it thinks I'm on Lower Wacker and I'm not, and I need to get to a gas station. He's like, where are you? I'm like, underground. And he's like, oh my God. Like he couldn't help. I tried to describe what I was looking at. And so he AirTagged me in case I get lost again.
Do you have an AirTag on him?
No. He doesn't get lost.
He's on the couch.
He's doing fine.
He's on the couch.
I see
I'm
him.
not worried.
Yeah. Case, do you do this with your girl?
No.
What? Really?
I don't want to know where she is.
I really thought that everybody did this
No.
in a relationship. You use Find My Phone so you track each other.
Because then it's another thing that I got to worry about. It's another thing I got to keep track of. What if she's somewhere I don't want her to be? Then it's my situation.
Yep.
Ignorance is bliss, baby. She's in another state right now. I have no idea where exactly she is.
Whoa.
I just know she's in Texas for a few days.
She went to Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You should have done something.
All my exes are in Texas.
The song says it right there.
I know.
Well, listen, people can check in here because I maybe this has happened to you. Does Find My Phone always work? I don't know. And also, do you do this with your significant other and your person? Christy's checking in from Mokina. Christy, ahoy, what's up?
Ahoy, Brian, you are totally not lying. I have a 10-year-old that just got a cell phone, and it's not through Find My Phone, but you can share your locations in messaging.
Yeah.
And we shared locations, and he definitely should have been at school. I knew he was at school, and it showed him across town. I took screenshots. I had my husband go to this business park across town and accuse these people of stealing my son's phone. He went to the school, and my son was at school. We talked to the principal. He was there. We saw him. The cell phone was in his hands, but it was saying he was across town. So you are definitely not lying. Your wife should know this. It does not work sometimes.
Thank you.
That's not fair. You learned that you just learned that it didn't work all the time too. She shouldn't know this. Okay, but Martin texted in and said one of the kind of glitches of it is say you were on Clybourne somewhat recently, like the last time she looked. It may put you there and then like it take like a minute or two to reload where you are.
So she knows how to do that, and I know how to do that, where you push right on, like if you whoever person you're tracking, you're right, because if you push it, then it kind of refreshes.
Right. So maybe you were there the last time she looked, because the odds of you being at Pequod's are very high.
Super high.
So there's massive potential for that. And it just took a minute or two to catch up. The last time she logged in, it may have been there. Or you're a whore.
Either one of those.
It's one of the two.
By the way, Pequod's, they have Q101 on the inside the restaurant, so thank you guys for doing that in the restaurant. They have us out in there.
Are you by chance sleeping with the hostess?
Is that how you got Q101 on there?
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Ticket Blitz Thursday. Those Bush tickets for night 4 of Q101's Twisted Christmas and a grand prize of meeting Bush and an autographed guitar is coming in seconds as we continue our conversation. So we'll get it here in about 120 seconds. Just stay here. The conversation of me and my wife used Find My Phone to track each other. She thought I was over on a different place yesterday I didn't go to. I said no. And she, all of a sudden, I feel like our trust level went from 100% to like 99.3 now for the rest of our lives.
Probably lower.
I can't get it back. And she thinks I was over on Clybourne, which is, about a mile from our range of our apartment, about a mile away.
Mm-hmm. See, and who? What neighbor lives over there?
No one. We've mentioned that Pequod's is over there very clearly. We love that's one of our favorite pizza places in the world.
You got the new Barnes & Noble over there.
Yeah.
Bill texted and said, Brian, I had an amazing time on Clybourne with you yesterday.
Hey, don't hit the ding on that.
So you are a liar.
I'm not a liar. Not a liar. I don't know what to do. I should have lied because then it wouldn't have continued. I'd have 100% trust if I lied. How about that?
Be real with me, Brian, man to man. Just us. Don't worry about Kenzie. Don't worry about the millions of people
Why
listening.
do you keep doing that?
Just build a wall right there.
It's like the group chat all over again.
It's just me and you?
Yes. Just
Okay.
you and me.
Okay, everybody else just turn off your radios. No, don't do that, please.
Don't do that, but just don't butt in.
Okay.
Brian,
Yeah.
who is she? Who are you seeing? I know raising a child can be hard. You get sick of your girl eventually. I know all about it. Who are you seeing?
You
Who
get
is she?
sick
Who
of your
lives,
girl eventually. Why would you say that?
who lives on Clybourne? Talk to me. Be real with
awful.
me.
Have you been to Pequod's? So good. No, I didn't do anything.
All right.
I didn't do anything. And I'm getting blamed. I don't know. I just feel like she moved on from it, but I feel like the trust level's lost a little bit. And I'm shocked to find that Kenzie and your husband and Case and your girl do not track each other. Now, we have a girl who works behind the scenes here named Josie, who is, just as Josie, like 22 years old,
Yeah, she
23?
is. Yeah.
Okay. She just scrolled and showed how many people she tracks and follows on her phone. The scroll was like one of those breakup scrolls.
Where you have to click see more on the text message.
Like reason number 432 why we're breaking up. She tracks and follows her friends, about like 80 of them.
Well, single girls, that's a smart thing to do because you're going on dates for the first time. You do that. I did a lot more of that when my friends were all young and single and all going out because we checked in with each other. We worked, we were bartenders at clubs and things like that. I get that. That's like girls having each other's back.
Do you follow any friends now?
We're all fine now. We're all fine.
It's a whole thing.
None of us are out having fun anymore. Like, we all got married. We're not worried about it.
So other people are saying there's problems with the technology, like Farmer Fred checked in from Westville, Indiana, first-time texter. Welcome to the party, Fred. And he says, once my father lost his phone and I used my phone to locate it. The app said it was in a trailer park 3 miles away. So I'm walking around a trailer park with an iPad trying to figure out who stole his phone, only to find out it was on the couch inside my house.
Oh, my gosh.
And thank you, Fred, for checking in. And Round Lake also checked in this morning here saying the technology, Kenzie's point of refreshing it. But Megan knows to do that. So I appreciate you checking in from Round Lake. But I also know she knows how to do that. So I don't think it was, even though I go to Clybourne for certain things like Pequod's or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, the or whatever is the problem, I think.
Okay, well, I mean, just it's a lot of shopping over there.
Yeah.
Jeannie's checking in. Jeannie, ahoy, welcome in.
Hello there. I love you guys. You're a friggin' hoot.
Oh, thank you.
I love you.
That's the best intro we've ever heard.
Friggin' hoot is awesome.
We gotta get a billboard that says that.
Sure.
We're friggin' hoot.
Yep.
You are a hoot.
Well, thank you. What do you have to say on the subject here?
Okay, so my boyfriend and I have the thing where we can find each other. I have woods behind my house, and if I don't he texts me and I don't text him back within 30 seconds, he goes to it. And sometimes he then freaks out because he thinks I've been murdered. He's a worst case scenario kind of guy.
Wow, yeah.
And so he thinks I've been murdered and dragged into the woods.
From your house.
The thing about murder, it is the worst case scenario.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. That is, of course, Pierce the Veil. Now, tomorrow on the show at this time, something very special going on. Getting closer to the holidays, a couple weeks from Thanksgiving. And we read a post on the air from a crew member that was about a sister and another sister. So the one sister was having a potluck with her friends and invited her other sister to come over. And you're supposed to make homemade food. And of course, it's a great time. People do that. Everybody brings something over, you share it, you eat it. And the one sister brought over a rotisserie chicken because self-admittedly not a good cook. Warned her sister, but her sister still got mad because she brought over store-bought rotisserie chicken, even though I'm sure it was good. But it caused a big rift between the sisters. So we decided when we were talking about this that us, Brian, Kenzie, Kay, should have our little potluck tomorrow on the show, gearing up for the holidays when this kind of happens a lot. You have people over, somebody brings some food, you share, conversation, drink, do whatever. Have a good time. Now, we got here in that conversation talking about it, and it led to this debate about the potluck. Here's how we got here.
Do you guys have any weird food things, though? Like, you'd be like, I can't eat this because, especially Case.
What does that mean?
It's like, there's flavor in this. I can't have it.
There's flavor.
I'm of Welsh descent. I grew up in Indiana.
Welsh.
These aren't people that do well with spice.
Could be a cold dish.
You could bring, I guess, some pasta salad also.
And it's
You're not gonna win.
I'm going to bring an Italian sub.
Case makes a turkey sandwich. I'd be pissed.
Hey, there's mayo there in case you want to spice it up a little bit.
That was a conversation a couple days ago on the show. So we're going to do it. We're going to have this little potluck here tomorrow on the show to gear up. And like I said, I'm sure you guys are planning things like this too. And we're going to each make a dish. That's the rule. We each have to make a homemade dish.
Yep.
Whether we've made it before or whatever, to bring it in and share with the three of us and see how it all goes on the air. And we'll share our recipes, too, on Facebook and all that, what we're doing.
Kenzie, I have been in the lab this week. In the same way that when Coldplay creates an album, they scour the world for influences. It becomes an event. And it's not just an album drop, it's an event. I am determined to make you proud tomorrow. I have dug into my spice cabinet. I am going to make a dish.
Not a big dig, huh?
It's not the biggest, but
Salt, pepper.
And that was it. Grab them.
garlic is a little spicy. You know? But I am going to make a dish that is not only tasty, but it is going to make you and your cultural roots proud tomorrow. I am so excited at 8:30 to share this with you. Buckle up, baby. Don't eat breakfast. Have a big appetite because I am coming.
You know what you're cooking.
I know what I'm cooking, and I can't wait to make it.
Can I get a genre? Can I get a word?
Well, he said cultural pride.
Think cultural. Think about your culture.
Yeah, but that makes me nervous what you think about my culture, like your definition.
I'm a huge fan of your culture. I love what
really
you
hope
guys
didn't
do.
Grab one of those McCormick fajita mix packets. I really hope not. But I'm excited to see what happens here.
I am gonna make you proud tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Okay. And this is what I mean. This is what I'm concerned about.
This is a live look at my kitchen right now. These are the sounds coming out of it.
He does. If you bring in a bag of tortilla chips, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I am.
I picture Case actually getting a mariachi band to come to his kitchen to make up whatever he's going to do to bring in to appease Kenzie's cultural tastes
Apparently.
and surprise her.
Here's my plan today.
Okay.
I've got the mariachi band booked from 6 to 8 p.m. They're going to be in my apartment as I'm cooking. When
Yeah.
I leave the show today, I will be going straight to Alcala's Western Wear, which is the best Western wear store in Chicago. I will be picking up a fringe jacket, a button-down shirt, some new Wranglers, and some cowboy boots. And Kenzie, tomorrow morning, I am going to take you across the border and give you flavor that you haven't experienced in years.
You're gonna come in here and be a vaquero for real?
I'm going to be a, whatever you just said, for real.
With your fringe jacket.
Wow, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I've planned out what I'm going to make tomorrow because I really wanted to do something like a grill because I'm the grill master. I wanted to have steaks or
I've
chops,
heard.
or
So I've
ribs.
heard and never experienced.
I love that he calls himself the
I know.
grill master.
Well, that's my name. I have three.
Self-proclaimed.
I have three different Weber grills: electric, propane, and charcoal. I am the grill master, and Weber, of course, they make it kind of easy to be the grill master. To be honest, Weber, when they give that all out there, but how the grills are so elite. But I can't do that here. I can't bring my grill in.
Why? Do you bring a George Foreman?
No. If we're doing it right. We're doing it with a Weber, and we're getting out there done right. So I either do it or I don't. So I decided don't. Can't do that. You got to come to my house and get that grill and get that steak if you want to. All the listeners, come to my house. I'll grill up some burgers.
Yeah.
We'll do that. But I'm really excited. But now, I was excited about mine. I'm not going to tell you what I'm bringing, and Kenzie isn't either. But I'm really excited about Case's.
I'm very excited about Cases. I am making something not off the wall because I wanted you guys to be able to enjoy it. I didn't want to answer a bunch of questions or anything. So I feel like I'm making a goodie. It's a main dish. Okay, because you could go side dish, you could go dessert. I'm making a main course option.
Is it your cultural heritage too?
No.
Okay.
It's not my culture.
Because I'm kind of enjoying this music, to be honest.
It's not a fiesta tomorrow in the studio. I apologize.
I will tell you, I'm making something I've never made before. I've had it before at someone's
Ballsy.
house.
That's balls to
Yeah,
the
I'm
wall,
going for it. I'm
Brian.
going for it in a way too. I've
Where'd
never
you
made
get
it.
the recipe?
Oh, the wonderful internet.
But like, what was the website?
Pornhub. Just whatever.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.